Ooh. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome once again to this live stream, Adventures of Japan. And on this channel, we already know that we guide people on how to come to Japan as a foreign teacher, foreign English teacher, basically known as assistant language teacher, because you are coming to assist the Japanese teachers of English to deliver English lessons to Japanese students. And we all know the good news is that you don't need to be a teacher in order to qualify for this position. All you need is a bachelor's degree and 12 years of education where English was used as a medium of instruction. And we've been doing all these things on this channel. Last 2 weeks, we talked about the FAQs on the website of major companies like Borderlink, followed by Interac. And this week, we are discussing how to pass your first interview. Because to me, the first interview is the most difficult one. It seems like not an interview, but after everything, you feel like, oh, I've made it. And you receive the message, we are sorry, we cannot proceed with you. It's disheartening, it's heartbreaking. This is why I'm taking my time to guide you, to let you know what notes and what to do during the interview sessions. And we have started discussing some of the questions that I personally came up with, which are likely questions during such interviews. And we are continuing today. So stick around and we shall dive into it in a jiffy. If you are joining from TikTok, don't forget to follow the accounts and tap on your screens. And if you are joining from YouTube, kindly subscribe and share with others. Okay. Yeah. So before I continue, I keep talking about this book. Even on my TikTok, you would see it in my bio. In my bio, you can see it. It's a complete guide to this journey because it includes everything you need to know. Very concise, and it has links to videos, sample CVs, and sample cover letters. And if you're someone who is passionate about this journey, I encourage you to get a copy, and it's going to save you a lot. And you can feel free to drop any question about the book, and I'm going to answer you accordingly. All right, without much ado, we shall head straight into today's discussion as we started this week from Monday, Wednesday, and today. So we started from question 1 up to question 13. And today we shall talk about the additional questions. Okay. Hi, you are welcome. On YouTube, Zaki, you are welcome. Hi, bro, please give me number. What number, please? Can you be specific? What number, please? All right. Someone is asking of a number. I don't know what number. So the additional questions, number 1 here says, why do you want to be an ALT? And I first define what an ALT means, assistant language teacher. So if such a question is asked, how do you answer it? Let's see the brief answer I gave here. Number 1, show passion for education. Mention your enthusiasm for helping students learn English and fostering cultural exchange. Okay, that's number 1, the suggestion 1. Number 2, connect for personal experience. That's if you've taught before or have a strong interest in Japan, highlight that. And point 3 that I mentioned is avoid generic answers. Instead of I love Japan, explain how its culture, education system, or student engagement excites you. You don't just say I love Japan. No. And over here, point 2, which means connect to personal experience. This is where I have been saying that if you have been a teacher before, what is the difference between you who has been a teacher and someone who is trying to experience teaching? The difference is in the experience. Experience is something that can never be bought with money. on this earth, even the richest man can never buy experience. And so whatever you have done, even if it is 1 week, 1 day, 1 year with kids, it's that experience that is very rich and pertain to only you. You can talk about that. So you have to say, I want to be an ALT because in my life I have assisted kids in doing this and that, and that has motivated me to take my passion to the next level. And I believe I will be a good fit for your company, because the companies are also into business. They want you in order to boost their business. So you need to give them reason for which they should employ you. A reason for you being with them would increase their company's worth. Do you understand? So these are all the things you need to talk about. If you just leave it to be like, oh, I want to be an ALT because I believe I will be a good teacher. I am so and so. You mention all the qualities. I am patient. I am enthusiastic. I am this and that, time conscious, team player. Fine. That's okay. What shows you have been a teacher? You've demonstrated all those things in your activities. You need to let the people know. Okay? You have written all those things on paper. Good. It's fine. But you need to demonstrate it during the interview session, the live sessions. Those are the things they are looking out for. With smiling face, with Japan, I keep saying this, with Japan, they are very passionate about smiling face. Even if you are not okay, you cannot let people know that you are not okay. So you need to keep smiling. If you are not okay and you think you cannot smile, it's better you email them in advance and let them know, I'm sorry, can we reschedule this? I will not be able to join. That's fine. It's totally acceptable. They will reschedule you. But once you join, you have no excuse not to smile. Well, you decide not to smile at your own detriment. Do you get the point? Anyway, let's keep going. Question two here is, how would you handle a disruptive student? Yes, how would you handle a disruptive student? They are there every time, they are there. So let's see what clues I gave. Number one, stay calm and professional. Mention patience and positive reinforcement. Yes, that's the first one. Number two, use engagement techniques, such as redirecting their focus with interactive activities. We'll discuss all these things. Number three, collaborate with the homeroom teacher. Show that you understand teamwork in a Japanese classroom. Actually, this should be the first one, because in the classroom, you are just assisting. You are an ALT, assistant language teacher. You are not the boss of the class. So whatever happens, the Japanese teacher is there. Sometimes they want to test you to see your teaching ability, your strategies of managing a classroom. So the teacher might decide or pretend not to see what's going on. But those disruptive children here, they don't do it like hide and do it. They do it for you to see. So the teacher might see it, but trying to see your professionalism, how you are going to manage the classroom. So, well, in that case, you can demonstrate how you can manage it by approaching the kid, and you don't shout on the kids, you don't frown, you just calmly smiling. And if the person, depending on what the person is doing, if you go to the person, stand by the person, I think the person will stop. So, like I'm saying, it depends on the person's attitude, what the person is doing at that moment, and your professionalism. So, this one will be case by case. All you need is creativity. Sometimes the environment will determine how you should approach the issue. But don't forget to talk to the JTE after whatever you have done. Even if you think she is pretending or he's pretending not to see, you can also pretend by telling him again. Okay? Because she or he is the champion of the class. All right. For the fact that I said engagement techniques, if you are the T1, you are the teacher one, at that point, some kids cannot sit for long. So you engage them, use some activities to engage them. If what you are doing doesn't involve activities at that moment, you can engage them being some kind of leader. Sometimes I call them to come and stand by me you are the second teacher or you are my assistant, then we stand together in front of the class. In that case, sometimes they stand there and they don't disturb again, and the class continues. So that's why I'm saying that it depends on your creativity. It's allowed to invite him or her just friendly. Oh, now you are the second teacher, you are my sister, please come here, come and stand with me. The person might feel not come, then the friends will say, oh yeah, and the person will go there. Once he or she is there, he might not have the opportunity to disturb others. Okay, so this is where the calmness and the professionalism also counts. You understand? These are some of the things you need to talk about during the interview session. Okay, mind you, I keep saying they are not only looking for how you answer, they are looking for all your attitude during the interview session. You will be seeing one person, just like you are looking at me now, just like you are watching me now. I'm just a single person here, but actually there are a lot of people behind the scenes watching you, checking boxes, ticking boxes. Whatever you are doing, there's somebody checking something which you are not aware of. That's why I'm telling you, these are the things they are looking for. Your responsibility, your sensibility to understand that you are a team player. You demonstrate that by allowing your friends during the interview session to also talk. For example, you are five, they give you 10 minutes to discuss a topic. Only you started talking and you were talking for more than 4 or 5 minutes. Nobody is going to stop you, but it means you are not being sensible to your friends. You are not being a good team player. So they are watching all these things. Somebody is ticking the boxes. So somebody will think, okay, no, not a good team player. Because as a team player, you need to think about your other friends, your colleagues as well. If a time is given, you need to know that, okay, I need to speak for this time and allow somebody to also talk. Those are the things that you do to pass this first interview. They are very, very important, very easy, but very important. I know some people have gone through this stage before, so they will understand what I'm saying better. Please, these are very simple, but strategic. You need to be very intentional about these things. Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks. Somebody saying, well done, my brother. Thank you very much for the encouragement. It means a lot to me. And don't forget to subscribe, please. Okay. Number 3. What will you do if a lesson isn't going well? Sometimes, okay. If a lesson is not going well, what you need to do is to bring a game, because understand that you are there to make the kids enjoy English. And you might plan a lesson. However, the mood of the student will determine how the lesson will go. So it's not going to be static. You shouldn't be static. That is where your flexibility comes in. So yeah, you have the lesson plan, but the students, sometimes they went out for lunch or they went out for recess and they came back and their energy level is somehow, and you have to tune the lesson to suit their energy level. Otherwise, you are not going to have the lesson successful. And from Ghana, those of us from Ghana, if you are a teacher, we have our objective. We say by the end of a lesson, a people must be or should be, we say a people. That's the emphasis, a people. However, it's completely opposite here. Here, by the end of the lesson, everyone needs to get what you are saying, get what you are teaching. So even if everyone or many people say they've understood what we are saying, and one person says, I did not understand, you cannot proceed. That is the issue here. That's how I think that's how teaching should be. Everybody needs to understand, not just one person. Okay? So here, you need to structure your lesson to suit the mood of the kids. It's good to have advanced preparation. However, you cannot proceed to teach what you are teaching whilst the kids are not with you. So it's going to be like the class will not be together. You are not going to be together. And that will affect you negatively. You get a point? All right. I think we have a question on TikTok. Somebody said, are you free as a teacher to use your student's name to give example in the class? Oh, are you free as a teacher to use your student name to give example in a class? Examples such as, can you clarify, please? If you can clarify, I hope I will be able to answer, please. Yeah, so this person is Nelson. Nelson, can you clarify, please? Okay, let's go on YouTube. We have some questions on YouTube. Mutin Tabi buying. Oh, sorry if I'm not able to pronounce your name very well. Very informative. Those who have ears will hear. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, Chinelo said, thank you for your efforts. Thank you very much. How many interviews in a row will one go for if accepted after the first one? Okay, so for the interviews, most of the companies have only 2 sessions. Most of the companies have only 2 sessions. I know Borderlink has 2 sessions. First interview, which is preliminary, they call it preliminary and interview session, and which is mainly going to be about discussion about the company, when you come, what you should expect, your salary range, the Japanese school year. And after that, they put one question in front of you, just like I'm discussing with you now. And they will ask you, how would you do this? So they give you time for you to discuss and talk about. That's what I'm saying, that ideally the applicant should be 5 during the interview session. However, sometimes it's planned that five of you should join, but some people couldn't join for some reasons. Sometimes maybe time difference, they chose morning here, which is done at their place, and they forgot, they oversleep or whatever, they couldn't join. So sometimes you become 3, you could become 2. But I'm sure if you are 1, they would reschedule you to join another group. I joined an interview, we're supposed to be 5, but we became 2. So I know what I'm talking about. So after that, if you pass, they will schedule one-on-one with you now. Now that one is one-on-one, you and the interviewer. Even that, there are eyes behind the scenes watching you. This is what I want you to understand. Okay. Yeah, Blair, just a normal example in a guest in a quest to get back the student's attention. Yeah, you can mention the person's name, but they are very sensitive here. Japanese are very sensitive, so I don't know what kind of example you want to use their names for. That's why I'm not able to talk about it. You can mention their names in class, but they are very, very sensitive. And so you need to be extra careful if you want to use their names for some kind of examples that I don't know. So I'm unable to answer you directly, please, Nelson. Okay. So, Chinelo, I believe I've answered you as well, that basically you need to undergo 2 interview sessions. I see some people say 3 interview sessions. That one, I don't know which companies they have applied to, but I know Borderlink has only 2 interview sessions. That's a fact. All right. Next question, question 4. Maria, can you hold on, please? I will pick you up after YouTube Live. Is that okay? Thank you. Question 4. How do you make English lessons fun and engaging? You know, how do you make it? You are there to make the student enjoy English. They've been doing everything Japanese, in their houses, Japanese, at schools is Japanese, everywhere is Japanese. Japan speaks Japanese. Simple. So your presence is the one that is going to make them speak English. So how are you going to make lessons fun and engaging? So this this is why creativity is at play here. We discussed these qualities on Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday. No, Tuesday we didn't go. Monday. So please, if you haven't watched that video, you can go back and check it. Creativity is very important. You can get them to speak English after lessons, and you can get them come to look for you for English. How would you do that? That is your creativity. How some people do it is that every week they get a word that they introduce to the kids. You understand? So they know that every week we'll get a new word from this teacher. So every week they look for the teacher, even though the teacher might not be in their class that time, they will look for the teacher to know what word they have for this week. And once they come to you, even how are you? What did you eat? Oh, how was your night? What do you want to be? Those simple questions, that is what you need to do to engage the kids. That's all. Remember, teaching English as an ALT, as an assistant language teacher, is not about teaching them how to read and write in elementary school. That's not the aim. The aim is to the aim is the aim is to let them enjoy English, let them enjoy conversing in English. Do you understand? Your presence alone has given them an idea about a difference or a difference in culture. Yeah, you are there as well as an ambassador. So you can engage them, you can teach them things from your country that you think are interesting. All right. So, yeah, that is how you should engage them to enjoy the lesson. And during the lessons, I mentioned that you can have some tips, some games at your fingertips, pictograms, music chair. Yeah, music chair is very popular. You can learn how to play those games. And in Japan, they have some games called karuta. I talked about that. It's a game that is played in a way that they grab. Yeah, it's like grabbing game. So if you are teaching words like verbs or adjectives, nouns, you can use those games. For example, if you are teaching days of the week, you can teach those by using the karuta game. And this is how it's played. Let's say you are teaching days of the week, Monday, Tuesday. Now you made them repeat all those things. Now let's play a game. So our main word, the main word, if you hear this main word, pick your erasers. So everybody put their erasers in front of them on their table. And they put their hands on their head. So if you mention any word which is not the main word, they repeat after you. So the main word is Monday. So put your hands on your head. So I start Sunday, they say Sunday. Tuesday, Tuesday. Friday, Friday. Monday, then they grab their eraser. So the faster they are, then the winner they become. So it's like fun. It's very fun for the kids to do this. All right. If you want to make it challenging or more competitive, you can put them in groups or pairs and one eraser for two people. So the faster person to grab it is the winner. But if you don't have time, you can just do each person grab their eraser and they say, oh, I pick first. Yeah, those kind of things. Those are the activities you can use to engage them to make them enjoy the lesson. All right. Okay, I think Blessing is asking a question. Oh, before Blessing, we have another. Okay, let's check. Let's check these questions on TikTok. Ah, Fred, what's happening here? We're talking about how to come to Japan as a teacher. If you are interested. Yeah, Ruby. Hello, Ruby. Okay, okay. See you, see you, see you. If you see you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the likes. Yes. The next question on TikTok is, are you free as a teacher to use your, okay, I think we dealt with that. Blessing says, when is the exact time to apply? Because their website states they receive applications all year round. Yes, you are very right. Their website says they receive application all year round. But if you read further, they say that for overseas applicants, they should apply from May till December. So if you read further, you are going to see this. However, Borderlink has explicitly stated on their LinkedIn page that the overseas applicants for this year can start applying from April, which is next month, in few days. So Blessing, you can get ready and apply from April. Okay. So between April and October is the best time. All right. Okay. Oh, I think we have some questions as well on the YouTube. Let's see. Chino says, it's best you use your name self for the examples, just in case they want to make fun of the students. Yeah, he or she does not get offended because of their sensitivity. Exactly. Thank you very much. And Anne says, okay, have a question. I applied with Joy Talk, did the interview, but told me I have to wait for the next 6 months to give me a position. How about this? Okay, Joy Talk. Okay. Yeah, Joy Talk is also one of the companies that recruits people in Japan. However, if they say you should wait, then you wait, or you can still apply to another company. Okay, that's how it is. If you apply to another company and you get recruited, they would ask you if you have applied for a COE before, because you need only one COE. So if Joy Talk has applied for a COE for you, it means you cannot apply for another COE. But if they haven't applied for a COE for you, the new company can go ahead and apply for the COE for you. It's as simple as that. So yeah, congratulations in advance. Okay. All right. TikTok guys, please tap on your screens. Tap on your screens, please. Tap on your screens. Let's go. Solis, thank you for the likes. Okay. So, yeah. So when you are having those games, you encourage the kids to participate, right? So once you encourage them to participate, they are enjoying the game, and you are also enjoying your lesson being successful. That's how it is. So it's going to be a win-win, right? Yeah, win-win. Okay, number 5. Thanks for the likes, Nelson, Blessing. I see you. Number 5. What would you do if a teacher gives you no guidance? Yeah. If a teacher gives you no guidance, a teacher here means your JTE, your Japanese teacher of English. If the teacher gives you no guidance, you have to, one, take initiative. Okay? Communicate effectively. Take initiative. Mention how you would prepare engaging lessons independently. Yes, during the interview, they could ask you such a question. What would you do if a teacher gives you no guidance? You just take initiative. You just engage the kids using games, engaging them in English activities. Make sure you communicate effectively with the kids, because here, whatever you need to do, you have to explain first. Set the rules, explain the rules before you start the game. So for example, as I said, the student they will put their hands on their head. You have to decide, this is the rule. Either they put one hand or two hands. You have to talk about all these things. Remember, these are the rules. You are setting it, or you set it together with them. You can put it to them. What rules shall we use? What shall we do? What shall we not do? And they will talk to you. Even if they are from class 1, class 2, don't worry. Just ask them. We want to play this game. What rules shall we have? What shall we do? What shall we not do? You engage them and they will talk about it. And once they are the ones who stated their rules, who devised their rules, who determined their rules, they are going to enjoy it. That's how you engage them. Okay? Every lesson is 45 minutes. If you do all these activities, you realize that even the 45 minutes is too short for you. Okay? Yeah. So there is no need. There's no way you would have a lesson that you think you how do I put it? You think you have finished and you still have time. No, no. If you plan the lesson and the kids are enjoying it, you will realize that you even need more time. That's how it is. Okay. Use available resources. Yes. If it is flashcards, your company is going to provide you with flashcards. If it is Borderlink, I know for that. I know for sure they will give you flashcards, and what you need to do is to keep the flashcards in the school. If you are going to different schools, that one, I don't know how you're going to do it, but you will have flashcards. You can carry them along if you need to. So you use your materials to engage the kids. That's how you go about it, okay? Number 6, how do you handle cultural differences in the classroom? This is a very sensitive topic, very, very sensitive question. And before we do that, let's check a question. Anne said, thank you. So, must I always follow from Kenya? Thank you very much. I always follow from Kenya. You are so much informative. God bless you. And God bless you too for your support. And thank you very much. Okay, so the cultural issue, the cultural topic, very sensitive. Let's go through what I advise. Number 1, respect Japanese classroom norms that mention awareness of hierarchy and the student-teacher dynamics. Very important. Number 2, be adaptable. Show willingness to adjust teaching style to fit the school's expectations. That's what I'm saying. You need to be very adaptable. I said something like that earlier, that even if you prepare a lesson and you get to the classroom and you see the students' mood, that what I'm teaching is like they are not getting it. How I wanted to go about it, the students are not with me. You have to change. You need to change to adapt to their level because you are there for them. They are not there for you. You are there for them. I hope you get this. Yeah, very good. Okay. Nelson says, is teaching certificate from my home country needed during application? Your home country. Well, if you have it, yes, because it will help you a lot once you get to Japan. So if you have it, you state it that you have it, you bring it along with you. That's how it is. Okay. All right. So next one, encourage cultural exchange. Explain how you would introduce aspects of your own culture while respecting theirs. So yeah, during the interview session, you should make sure the interviewer understands that you would rather introduce cultural exchange because you are not a Japanese. That's why I said earlier that the mere fact that you are there, you represent a different culture. Mind you, some of the kids, you might be the first and the last of your kind that they will ever see in their lives. That is a fact. You should be prepared towards this. You should be aware of this, that some of the kids might not even meet any blacks or anybody from your country in their lifetime again. So whatever you need to do to put a good memory about your country into their memory, you have to do that. So how do you do that? Sometimes through your dressing. Yeah, through your dressing. It's okay to wear your cultural dresses to school. So you let the interviewer know that yes, you know the Japanese culture is very sensitive. They are this way or they are that way, and so you are ready or you respect their culture while demonstrating cultural difference, demonstrating cultural exchange, and you are going to do that by showcasing your country's dresses, something like that, which means you are aware that yes, Japan has a set of culture and you are going to follow them, and you are also going to introduce your culture because you are an ambassador of your country. That is why they are recruiting you. All right, they are recruiting you. Basically, they want because they want you to give some kind of uh, eye opening to the kids, the Japanese kids. Let them see that, oh, okay, in some part of the world there are people like this, or their hair is like this, they wear things like this, they eat food like this. That's fine. For me, one day during our osoji, how do you call, yes, after lunch, they do cleaning after lunch. I joined them whilst I was cleaning. Some kids, like I think they were in elementary one, G1, grade 1 or 2, yeah, one of them. They said, oh, can I touch your hair? That time I wasn't plaiting hair, so it was normal, my normal hair. I said, why not? So I bent down and they touched it. Said, oh, kawaii, kawaii. So everybody was coming. Touch it. I was like, yeah, to me, it was nothing. Because they might not have the chance to touch anybody's hair again, any black person like me's hair again in their life. So I need to give them that opportunity to feel it, to have a feel of it. You might not know what that could do for that child, the kind of happiness they expressed. I was so glad that I was the one that had the opportunity to let them have that feel. So it's part of it. That's a cultural difference. So you can talk about it that you are willing to open up, let them use you once they are not infringing upon your right. That's fine. Okay, there must be barriers, but to me that wasn't anything, so I didn't have any problem with that. If you have a problem, that's fine, but there are different ways that you can encourage and foster cultural difference. Okay, you let the interviewer know about all these things, that yes, you will be doing this, so the interviewer knows that okay, yeah, so when we recruit this person, the person is sensitive, the person will respect the Japanese culture, yes. And so one important thing also is that in Japan, they avoid confrontation. Okay, confrontation. It is something that is never done in Japan's culture. What I mean by this is they blame object instead of a person. Okay, they blame object instead of a person. I keep saying this in some of my videos, and I just remember I want to say it again. Let's take this for example. I I promised somebody, let's say Anne, watching me from YouTube, that just after this live, I'm going to call him, I don't know him or her, sorry. I'm going to call him or her. Or I promised Nelson on TikTok that just after the live, I'm going to call him. And let's say I forgot to do that as I promised. So tomorrow I am live again and they come here and wrote in the comment section, yesterday you promised to call me, but you didn't call me. That is an attack in Japanese culture. It means you have attacked me. It is not done in Japan. What you should do in Japan is, oh, yesterday you promised to call, but the call didn't come. In that case, you did not blame me. You are blaming the call, that the call didn't come. Do you get the point? So in Japan, they don't blame human beings. They blame objects. So that is a typical example I'm giving you. You don't blame me. You blame the message or the call. The call didn't come. Not that you didn't call me. Do you get the point? It's very simple. So you need to let the interviewer know that you know about all these things. Listen, once you mention that you know about all these things, you are going to get it. Okay? Even if the question is not necessarily about all these tips, sometimes you would have to manage your ways depending on how you talk about the issues. All right? No answer is wrong. You are not limited. just know that you are going to speak for this number of minutes. You can talk about things concerning that, and you also go ahead and talk about differences in culture, whatever, in Japan, because they are looking for people who are very sensitive about these issues. Okay? All right. Yeah, so this is the end of those questions. And if you need a copy of this, I have dropped it in one of my interview videos on my channel. You can go you can go get it there. The link is there. You can check on it and you can download it however you want it. And it will be your guide. Is that okay? Yeah, I'm just here to give you all the tips that will make you succeed in this journey. Okay? And please, also don't forget to grab a copy of this book because it's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you a lot. So try and get your copy. And if you have any question, you know how to reach out to me. All right. If you don't have any further questions, I would call it a night from Japan. Thank you for joining. We shall continue tomorrow with another interesting topic. Keep believing in yourself, and it shall be well with you. Take care. Bye-bye.